You receive a Steam code from a friend. You install the game only to find yourself in a strange new world. This world has spooky skeletons and scary demons. It is a world of mystery and intrigue, where every nook and cranny may hold new secrets. You have entered the secret world. Hello fishheads and welcome to the not so secret world. Now I saw this game on sale on Steam during the Steam summer sale. God bless Papa Gaben, even with his paid mods. And it kind of interested me because I've heard a lot about this game for ages. It's kind of popped up and Extra Credits talked about it a lot as being one of the most unique MMORPGs ever. So I thought I'd give it a try. And the basic premise of the game, I won't give too much about the storyline because it's kind of important, but the basic premise of the game is you create a character that you then have to have indoctrinated into one of three secret societies. You've got the Illuminati, which are all about being all stealthy, sneaking around, working behind the scenes, kind of the business suity. There's the stereotypical thing you think of when you see the Illuminati. The Templars, which are kind of the polar opposite to the Templars in, say, Assassin's Creed. They're more about being out in the open and slaying evil and going around with their really cool armor. And I chose them because they're based in London and also they have red. I like red. And then finally you have the Dragons, which I was kind of thinking about joining. It's actually kind of a quite difficult decision choosing to join one of the three factions because they all kind of offer so much different kind of approaches to things. The Dragons are the kind of Asian sort of triad-y gang. Their colour's green, and to be honest, I don't really know much about them. In the in-game lore, they're kind of the most secretive of all of the secret societies. Not even the Templars or the Illuminati appear to know much from them, from what I've gathered thus far in my playthrough of it. Now, I'm only actually about 4 hours into the game, and while usually I would wait longer before putting a video like this out, I have a friend, Thomas, hello Thomas, who really wanted to basically see it, so I'm making this video here for him to show the basics. So keep in mind with this video there's going to be some stuff that I just haven't got to yet, so I'll probably bring out a video later on once I'm super duper scooper leveled. Now this game also has some very interesting mechanics and way of doing quests, which I will have to show you. It's actually quite exciting how different some of the quests are. Like, as it says down there, investigation missions are actually some of the most interesting ones. Instead of doing a whole kill X amount of monster to get, I don't know, 5 giggle farts and then bring them back to Gonk McDonk. Oh. Apparently I'm a sight for sore eyes. Now welcome into the world of secrets and secret web. It's called the secret web. Okay. And this here is my little character. Chase Rife, aka Praygon. Oh, check out the edge on that name. You could cut yourself with that alone. Now, I'm currently using a sword and magic, and I'll get onto the combat system in this in a second, because it's quite interesting. Again, a lot of things about this game, they do quite well and quite unique. It's not to say it's without its flaws, but from what I've seen so far, it's very interesting. It's kept me engaged, and that's difficult to do with an MMO, because the only one beforehand I've ever found interesting was FF14, and that's because I'm a Final Fantasy fanboy. Now, don't mind the graphics at the moment, because I had them set to the lowest setting, because my computer is dying. Sadly, little Leon is dying. He's on his way out. So I've had to set it down to the lowest settings to get it to be able to run accurately while it's recording. But on highest settings, this does look pretty damn good. Even now in these settings, it looks pretty awesome. Now, we're going to go on out. God damn it, this thing's lagging so much. Sorry about this, guys. My computer is really on the way out. Ah, there we go. So as you can see there, the combat is... I want to actually see if I have a gun that I can equip, so that I can give you a better idea of how the combat isn't just kind of stand in place and press one button while you hack and slash everything. So let's go deal with that zombie over there. Now, I have magic equipped in my left hand, so what I can do here, kind of as my ranged weapon, shock him with lightning. For some reason the animations are messing up, because it knows I'm recording. Oh? Oh, come on, man. Let me kill some of them. So I'm going to go out here. Now, the whole sort of theme to this is very dark and kind of mysterious. Obviously, hence the name of the game. It kind of goes on a kind of Vampires the Masquerade sort of feel to it, if you've ever played those games. It's got a lot of Lovecraftian sort of stuff. I mean, I've kind of already seen a few spoilers that one of the first, like, bosses coming up is freaking Cthulhu. So, just to give you an idea of that, that's the kind of tone and theme that it sets for itself. And it goes to a very dark, kind of horror-y, hopeless sort of feel to it. So that's not your traditional kind of, save the world, yeah, everything's going to be A-okay kind of game. It's got a sort of soul-crushing atmosphere to it, which is kind of good if you like that sort of thing. And I must admit, I do kind of like darker atmospheres. But it also has quite an interesting story that does make use of like a lot of comedy and sort of cutscenes. And it injects your character into the cutscenes as well. So far, my character hasn't been voice acted, but that might change. Now anyway, getting on to the important stuff. The skill tree. Now, this thing here is your set of skill ranks. The system in this is you don't necessarily level up. The XP you need to level up is always capped at the exact same amount. And you'll get skill points, which take, I think, more XP than ability points do. And every single time you get a skill point, you can put it into one of these weapons. And this here will give you an idea of all the different weapons you can use. Fist for fast, kind of healer sort of attacks. Blade is an all-rounder. Hammer is your sort of tank. Oh, pardon me. Your tank melee weapon. Pistols for acrobatic, kind of moving about stuff and support. Shotgun is also kind of supporty but more damaging, crowd control. Assault rifle for long range. Elemental for damage dealing. That's just kind of a pure damage, shooting from a distance. Blood magic for like support and healing allies. And chaos for debuffs, survivability, that stuff. And then your talismans are basically your armor. Now the armor in this is done by talismans that don't actually affect how you look. So that means you can equip whatever the hell you want in your clothes. Like I've got that snazzy little bomber jacket on. And it won't change your armor rating. Only these talismans will. Which I think is actually a pretty good system. Because it means you don't have to look like crap in order to get the best armor. Now, that's them. Also, on each one, if I try to put a point into it, it has one for adding into damage and one for adding survivability. And the in-game system will explain this better. I'm going to move on from this so as not to bore you, but it's an important system. This here is the ability wheel. Now, this is actually really, really cool because the ability wheel allows you to basically put points into any set of weapons you want, even if you're not currently using that weapon. If I really wanted to, I could put a whole ton of points into my freaking assault rifle skills, even though I don't have an assault rifle. And each of these things has passives that could help with other weapons. I've got passives on magic that are kind of synergizing quite well with my blade abilities. And you've got everything here from the hammer skills and whatnot, and once you filled out them, it then moves up to this. So you can kind of put your points in whatever you want, but, and this is a big but, there's no respec system. So you put your points and stuff, you're stuck with those points in them. But it is kind of difficult to gimp yourself. It gives a good chance though to explore and actually get a bit creative with how you set up your ability sets. And you can have 7 equipped abilities down here, and you can have a whole bunch of passives down here as well. So you've got to be very careful about your sets that you can equip, and you can quickly change them out using a thing called decks. But I haven't actually unlocked decks yet, because like I said, I'm still very much a scrub at this game. So that's that. Yeah, inventory system, blah blah blah, all that kind of standard good stuff. Oh, and here's a map. Here is the map. Now I believe this is the PvP. Now it's set on Earth as we know it now, just with a few slight changes. A lot of it's being ravaged by monsters and zombies and stuff like that. But it's got a PvP between the 3 kind of factions, and they're all fighting for dominance of this world. Which is pretty cool, but like I said, I haven't got into that yet, so I honestly have no idea how good the PvP is. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to try and find a quite interesting little quest. What we've got here, we can have 3 side missions. Let's see if we can find an investigation mission. And let's just have a little explore of the world, just so you can get a real good feel of what it's like. Let's take down these zombies here. Yeah, don't mind the animations. They're kind of derping up a bit due to the fact that... Okay. Okay. Wow. Did you see that, guys? I'm so good I managed to kill them without even moving. Okay, do you know what? You know what? On second thoughts, I've talked to all these guys. At the moment, none of these quests seem terribly interesting. I think I've done the only investigation one that I can at the moment. So, we're going to go out for a wander. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? Oh! See ya, suckers. Everyone knows zombies can't get into the oceans. Well, what the hell is attacking me? What? Ah! It's playing really super dramatic music, but I have no idea what the hell is attacking me. Run away valiantly! What the... Okay, is the game just lagging up, or are there actual invisible zombies? Whoa, what the flipnoggers? Oh, you'll have to excuse me, guys. I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Yeah. Yeah. What's that? I'll put you on loudspeaker now. Charles... Oh, okay. What's that? I'll put you up to the mic. Here you go.
Hello.
The views expressed by Charles are not that of Praygon's adventures. Oh, well, that was my friend Charles, and we died. So now a spooky ghost. A secret spooky ghost. Now you can resurrect your body. Very similar to kind of what you can do in WoW. Or we can just resurrect this here animal well. Would you like to resurrect here? Yes. Yes, I would. And I think I just got an achievement for dying. Yeah. Oh, okay. Here we go. Ooh. So here's a map of the area. And this actually looks quite nice. Now, this whole thing is overrun by horrific, unspeakable monsters and atrocities. But it's got everything that we could do here. Shows all the different quests, where to go to get them. Also, another cool thing, it's got a very similar system to Guild Wars in that you don't need to go back to the quest giver to turn in a quest, which saves so much time. So much time, it's unbelievable. Is this it? Does this do the thing? Oh, yeah, this does the thing. Symbolism. Oh, here we go. So this is the magic place. This place, if I read the wiki correctly, while I was barely paying attention, is cross-dimensional. And dimensions is just the fancy term for different servers in this game. So right here we see players from a lot of the other servers. And this is kind of the ultra hub world that is used to travel to pretty much everywhere else in the game. You can go from being in London to Beijing in seconds using this. Now, oh, yeah, this is the entrance to London. You see you've got a whole bunch of other characters here and my god. It's so cute. We've got a whole bunch of other characters here and... Oh, yep, also there are unique sprint things, like these motorcycles here. There's not technically mounts in the game, but you can increase your sprint, which is your quick way of getting around, and one of them is this sweet... I believe that's a Harley Davidson. I may be wrong, I'm not a great vehicle person. Anyway, to old London town! Small point. Oh, okay. We're in London. Sweet. So let's take a little tour around old London town. I've only actually been to London, I'd say about 8 or 9 times in my entire life. And I live in Kent, which is literally right on London's doorstep. We're about 30 miles away from it. Which, for you American people out there that use kilometres, that's... a lot of kilometres. Oh, law. Oh, this is another good thing about the Secret World as well. It has a very rich and in-depth in-game lore. Now, actually, let's bring up the lore now if we can. Oh. So as you can see, it can build up a lore for pretty much everything from all the different factions, the Illuminati, Templars, blah blah blah, all that sort of stuff, all the locations as well, because obviously the world they live in is kind of an alternate universe to our own, and you get various rewards if you collect enough lore and stuff like that. You can also unlock special outfits if you complete certain ability sets, and just having a general knowledge of the lore can help you, especially with the investigation quests. It is deadly important with them. And here we are in old London. Nothing like good old dark, depressing, dingy, rainy London. And it's actually pretty cool. They got everything from even like the little street boulevards and stuff, right? The old red post boxes. Even though, to be honest, I guess you see that. That even looks like a Royal Mail post office. And let's take a walk around the back streets. Now, I don't know if this is actually based on anywhere in London. I mean, I've certainly never seen areas like this. I mean, a lot of people, when they get a view of London, they like to think of this whole cobblestone streets kind of old Shakespearean buildings sort of thing, but a lot of it is just really dingy and depressing and modernised. But it does have some really nice areas to it as well, so it's possible somewhere like this might exist, but if it has, I haven't seen it. I have gained a new superpower, mortal. I can move without moving. You shall never defeat me. Stare into this face. The eyes of death have seen all. For some reason, in this tiny little section of the video, my video editing software really did not want to render my actual speaking. Felt just fine, just not my speaking. So, I've learned a few things about the game since I recorded this video yesterday, and I'm going to tell them to you now. So sit down, make sure you got yourself a nice little glass of orange juice or something. Now, I played some of the investigation missions, which I talked about earlier in this video, and they're really fun. Along the sabotage run, kind of mixes a bit like actual stealth in with also figuring stuff out, but I hope you have a decent English to Latin translator to hand, because you're going to need it a lot, at least from what I've seen so far. Now, on the negatives, because I do feel sometimes I'm a little bit too overly positive about these sort of games. Now, the game itself is off sale now. It's about £24 to buy it, which translates into around about 30-ish euros and dollars. I'm probably way off with that, but just an estimation. One thing I will say that I've noticed that's kind of sneaky, and that is once you get to a certain point in the main story, I haven't reached it yet, but I was just looking over the DLC today, and it turns out a lot of the rest of the main story is contained within the DLC, which it itself is like £20 a pop. So it's up to you. If you really like the game, you can buy the DLC. If I get up into it and I have some money to spare, I'll probably buy it, because to be honest, I've really been enjoying this so far. I just wish my computer wasn't so awful at handling it. Other than that, as well, there is an in-game item shop. Now, it's purely cosmetic changes, things like extra clothes, sprint animation, stuff like that, but that's something else to consider as well. It kind of, again, pulls a Guild Wars there, where even though you've bought the game, if you still want to get the most impressive looking stuff, you could still have to shell out in a cash shop. Which doesn't affect gameplay too much, but I must admit I'm a little bit peeved by the whole DLC thing, removing a lot of content that should have been given for free, but I guess they have to make their money somehow. But that's all. Thanks for watching for this little mini review, and I'm going to end the episode now. Bye.